Hey, what's up, everyone? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. And as you can tell behind me, I am not in the usual habitat that you see me in. You normally see me in the desert or the woods or something like that. Today, we're doing something very different. We took a poll recently, and you guys, majority wanted to see stealth camping in the city situation. So that's what we're going to be doing. So once again, we are in the city. It is stealth camping, folks. So keep in mind that some of these methods and stuff like that may be frowned upon. I don't want someone trying to emulate and you get in trouble, okay? But it is important to practice something like this. That could be something like a mock bug out situation, a homeless situation, something like that. And we've been ignoring the whole urban survival aspect in this channel for a couple of years. So it's important to get back to it. Now, I am right next to a cemetery. Hopefully that's not a bad omen. And then you can see the freeway behind me. So I am like pretty much close to the central side of my city. And I did scout this area yesterday. I scouted a location that I think is pretty safe and comfortable for me to spend the night and set up a little camp. The only thing is right now I'm just kind of waiting for this neighborhood to kind of die down a little bit because I do not want to be seen. I'm trying to sneak in there and sneak out. Okay, so that's what I got to do, just be patient, and I'll bring you guys along. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so here's a ditch. There's a little bit of water. Now, I am limited on water. I only have 2 canteens full that I filled up on the side of a building, and that's about it. I mean, I suppose worst comes to worst, I can filter some of this, but let's just hope I don't need that. I'm only here for a night, so I ration my water and just wait until I get home. But yeah, a little gross. I really wouldn't want to do this. Try to drink any of this stuff. Pretty nasty. Now I'm starting to wonder if I may be just annihilated by mosquitoes today because of all this. I did bring bug spray just in case. It is summer, so bug spray and sunscreen are your best friends at this time of year. Oh man, the heat just zaps the energy right out of you. So being in West Texas, being that it's June, we're hitting over 103 degrees, so it gets damn hot. And doing any kind of exercise, walking around with that heavy pack up and down, you know, all this stuff, yeah, it really zaps it out of you. So I am very thirsty, but once again, I do want to ration my water because once I set up my camp, I don't want to get up and leave and go get water somewhere because, you know, I'm sure, as you can tell behind me, I'm not the only person that, you know, traverses this little area. So I don't want to get my stuff stolen or anything. So like I said, I have 2 canteens, basically just water and a little bit of water for my dinner. So here we are. Now it ain't the Hilton, but it'll do. Now what I like about this tunnel is it's relatively clean for the most part. I don't see a lot of like rat droppings or human droppings for that matter. So it's relatively clean. I don't see a lot of bugs. I'm sure that'll change later on tonight. But yeah, so I have, like you saw, I have a tarp. I have my sleeping pad to help cushion me off this concrete, and then a wool blanket. Now it's summertime, so I doubt, I'm gonna get very cold, but in case, in case it's breezy or whatever, better to have it and not need it. And then I do have also my shamog. I rolled my poncho in it to help make me an improvised pillow. So not too shabby. I have a couple of house plants right beside my bed. I have some artwork, and I have a room with a view. Look at that. I'll show you guys later. The airport, it's not too far from here, and you see the planes just so close, just flying up this way. So like I said, when it comes to hobo camping, this is not necessarily a bad spot. I have slept in way worse places than this in my wild years of my youth, so not too shabby. Not too bad at all. Okay, folks, so now that the evening is here and it's time to unwind, let me give you guys a little bit of an EDC update for what I'm carrying on today's mission. As you can tell, I have a snake eater again. This one is snake eater number 005. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. It's black micarta with orange liners. And this I got from Q-Talks, the Q-Talks YouTube channel. So check him out if you haven't. Not only did he have this one, he ordered this one last year, but he also recently got a mini. And, when he heard that I had lost mine, I was really bummed out. He offered to sell me his, and right away I took him up on the offer. I paid him. I even gave him a knife. I traded him a knife and a couple of other gear items. And, yeah, I'm happy to get this. It is, I have sharpened this thing, razor sharp. I've been using it for a week. Really love it. It's not perfect. It bends. There is a bend off to the right like this. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. But honestly, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just happy to have it, and I've been using it for a week. And I contemplated leaving a fixed blade behind for today's adventure. Since I'm in the city, I could get by with a multi-tool, a Swiss Army knife. But I just love this thing so much. I'm just so happy to have it. So I decided to bring it, even if I may not use it for much things. But there you go, a new snake eater. Also, you saw this in action earlier. I did source my water from the side of a building. It was the side of a pharmacy store. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, guys, some of these things may be frowned upon. You may get in trouble. So just, do it at your own risk. But, yeah, I wanted to source water. Obviously, there's no rainwater or streams or anything nearby. So that's what I used. And I'm using this Gerber. I'm not sure what this is called. This model is called. This is not mine. This was lent to me by my buddy Steve. And he wants me to make a review on it. So I've been using it for the last month. It's pretty decent, I gotta say. So it's a Gerber multi-tool. First time I use a Gerber multi-tool. And, this slides out. Of course, pliers. You have replaceable wire cutters there. Got some other things in here. So I'm still trying to piece together what I'm going to do when it comes to a review. And it's like a liner lock thing situation. So I'm still trying to kind of brainstorm an idea for it. But yeah, that's the multi-tool for today's adventure. And when it comes to urban survival, a multi-tool, I would dare say, is far more important than a fixed blade. Just it may not be as cool, at least in my opinion. A multi-tool isn't as cool as a fixed blade, but it's definitely worth its weight in gold. And then we have another item that you don't really see me use much. In fact, you haven't seen it on the channel in a few years. And it is this key. I forgot what this is called. But if you recall, on my Hidden Woodsman pouch, I had like a scenario where I was homeless, and you can also get water from the side of buildings like this. So I believe it's called a water key, and it's been useful for me. I placed this in my bug out bag, and my bug out bag's been put away in my closet for years. So today I kind of dug it out and took some stuff from it, and at the time I didn't know which way am I going to find water, which device am I going to find water when I'm sourcing it, and it ended up just being a water hose thing that I could just use that. So I didn't need to use this, but if I needed to, this is also one of those urban survival worth their weight in gold things. My flashlight, another item that is extremely invaluable during an urban survival situation. A lighter, of course. I'm going to be using my gas canister to get a fire going. A bandana. So it's getting really windy. A bunch of stuff is just running through this tunnel. A lot of wind. And it's messing with my bed, so I should have figured a tunnel was gonna just bring all this draft in here. It's not the end of the world, it's not too bad, but you know, I'm getting little things like this tossed over here, so I should probably just clean out all the debris here before it hits me when I'm trying to sleep. So I'm just gonna clear it out that way. Check this out. Like I said, it's not too bad. It's very lively, obviously, because of the freeway, but we do get these planes. Every once in a while, you get helicopters. So normally stuff like this would bug me when I'm out camping or trying to film an overnighter in the wilderness. But, I mean, here, you know, it's expected to hear stuff like this and sirens and stuff like that. So, whatever. I'm making the best of it. So I'm out here enjoying the breeze now that the wind's kind of died down, and I am starting to see little flickers of lightning, so we may be in for a nice little storm. I really wouldn't mind. I mean, desert rain lasts like 5 minutes and that's it, so I'm not too worried about, you know, being flooded out in here or anything like that, but a little bit of rain would be nice. It would help spice up this adventure, and yeah, everything's calming down. I'll see if I can record right now the lightning. It's coming off from the west. So, yeah, I'll try to capture some of that in a bit. Okay, so I'm getting pretty hungry, so I brought the Pocket Rocket gas stove. Obviously, I'm not going to be making a campfire out here in the city. So I just have the stove to boil some water, to boil some red beans and rice. I also brought some summer sausage so I can chop it up and throw it in there as well. A very simple meal, but I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, urban camping, you know, obviously I'm not going to go all Chef Ramsay. Oh, did you see the lightning in the back? So yeah, very simplistic. Let's get cooking. Now, before we begin, like I said, there's a draft coming this way from the other side of the tunnel. So I'm using my gear to kind of make a makeshift windbreak, so my gas stove isn't, you know, trying to fight the wind. And then I don't have a cutting board. Obviously, I came very light, so I'm just going to use my canteen, the surface of my canteen, and softly cut the sausage on here. And I think that'll be fine. So let's pull out the food. Red beans and rice, very simple, and summer sausage. Well, I'm in for a surprise. I was about to pour water in here. I don't know if you can notice, but there are a ton of ants on my container. I mean, a ton of them. I don't know what the hell, I don't know what they're eating here. This was washed. But yeah, little bastards. Oh man, look at this. Just all over this. I'm gonna just move this off to the side and hopefully they just leave that alone. Right here, they just leave that alone and they don't mess with me when I'm trying to sleep. So I don't see much ants. There's one or two, but not much here. So hopefully it just remains that way. Now luckily, I always have a second container in my haversack. So I'm gonna use this one. This is not my first choice because it's just, this is not as conducive to working with the Pocket Rocket. It falls pretty often, to be honest, so I wanted a more round container, a round pot, than this more kidney shaped one, but I'll just have to be careful. But anyway, let's get cooking. Look at that. Alright, so there's our water. A couple of ants in there. Damn bugs. I think this cutting board thing works better in theory in my mind than it does in real life. Get away, ant. Okay, so it's boiling. Slowly. Like I said, you want to be careful because these kidney-shaped canteens just, if it starts boiling too strong, it kind of like just shakes, it seizures a little bit, and then it just falls over. So I've wasted many a lunch that way because I'm a slow learner. So now I'm figuring out, you know, one, try not to use these when using a gas stove, but today we got no choice. So just take it nice and slow. Let this thing cook slowly for about 5 minutes. Well, folks, here we go. What I was just warning about, what I was just talking about. This, I just took my mind off of the situation. I kind of looked out here to see if it was still lightning, and guess what? I just spilled my food. Oh my Lord, sweet Jesus. So, I mean, overall, it's fine. It ain't the end of the world. There's still a little bit of food left in the canteen. My biggest gripe is this is gonna draw bugs, and my bedroom is right over here. Well, guys, you live and you learn. I mean, that's, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I have a little bit. You can't see right now, but I do have a little bit left that didn't go to waste. So I'm gonna eat this. If I'm still hungry, I'm just gonna eat that summer sausage because I just realized with these ants, wherever I put that summer sausage, the rest of it in my pack, they're going to find it. They're going to crawl in there and find it, so I might as well just eat the whole thing by tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and enjoy what I have here for now. So, bottoms up, everyone. Really good. Very simplistic meal, very easy to make, as long as you don't spill it. But, overall, I'm not going to let that get me in a bad mood. You know, that was my carelessness. Other than that, the night is coming out to be just very relaxing, very lovely. So I'm not going to let this dampen my spirits. You know, I still have plenty of food, and I'll be all right. So, yeah. Okay, so here's the plan. I don't really want to move from this area, so I'm going to do what I can to get rid of that. So luckily, there's garbage all over the place, so I'm just going to find something and scoop this up and throw it off down the ditch so I don't have to move from my area. Look at all that wasted food. Well, who knows? Maybe some stray pup will find himself a good dinner tonight. You never know. As for the last of this smudge, I'm just gonna cover it with dirt. Hopefully that's enough to make this work. Well, it is 11:36 p.m., so it's already getting pretty late. Overall, tonight has been very relaxing. Outside of that food, that mishap with the dinner that annoyed me, but that was my mistake, and like I said, I'm fine. I'm not going to let that hamper this experience. I did leave the food down there, so hopefully maybe a stray cat or something can find it. That'd be nice. At least somebody gets to enjoy it. Yeah, time to kind of hunker down. So I'm going to be hitting the hay pretty soon. It looks like the rain clouds have just passed on over. No more lightning, no more thunder, but you never know. It's still kind of cloudy out there, so hopefully maybe in the middle of the night we'll get a little shower. That would be nice. I'll wake up and try to film that if it happens. But yeah, it's time to start getting ready for bed, so I do have a couple of things in my pack. Just hygiene things, just like a face wipe, like a, just a wipe, because I have grit. I could feel the grit and the sweat and all that, dried sweat. So I'm gonna wipe my face. I also have some mouthwash as well. So just a couple of things to kind of get ready for bed and then lay down. It's nice and relaxing. Living the life of a king. There's a mean cowboy dogging me on the other side of that wall. So it's officially past midnight and it is time to hunker down. And now the majority of the noise, the ruckus has died down and there's like this soft breeze just blowing through this tunnel. So it's very nice and relaxing and cooling because it's just been damn hot all day. So yeah, I am ready to hunker down. Overall, this experience has been very pleasant, very relaxing, far more relaxing than I was expecting other than me dropping the food. Other than that, this night has been quite pleasant. Fingers crossed I can have a good night's sleep without having any problems running into anybody, crackheads or gang members or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, just gonna try to get a good night's sleep, and then you will join me in the morning when I start packing on up and head on out of here. Y'all have a good night. Well, good morning, everyone. I slept pretty decently for the most part. I fell asleep right away. It was nice and cool in here, very relaxing at the beginning. But I would wake up here and there because since this is a tunnel, sound is amplified, and so every once in a while the breeze would knock in a styrofoam cup or something, and it was just loud, so it would wake me up. Of course, I'm paranoid because it's my first time doing a video like this, so, I'm paranoid of, I'm wary of intruders, But overall, it wasn't too bad. I could tell when the sun was rising because it got really hot in here. That breeze that I was talking about, it stopped, and it just got really still. So it just got really stifling, very hot. And then last of all, the ants found me, and once the sun rose, they became more active, and I was getting bites here and there. I don't know if it'll show. No, it's not gonna show. But yeah, I got a couple of bites. In fact, I ended up finding them right here next to my haversack. I'll show you. The damn fools found my bandana that I had used to, wipe my hands and all that when I was cutting the sausage. And look at that. On my haversack. Oh, man. I normally don't mind ants, but they're really annoying in this adventure. Okay, folks, so that is about the end of this adventure. It is about 8 a.m. and time to go ahead and head on home. So apparently I did not pack enough water because I am very thirsty. So can't wait to get home, drink like 3 glasses of water, and then take a nice cool shower because I'm very sweaty, very gross, very dirty. Other than that, guys, I gotta say that this was a very peaceful adventure, not as hectic or as disgusting as I originally thought I would. My only issue was the ants, to be completely honest. They were a nuisance from the start. I mean, they were getting on my pots, they were getting on my bandanas. They're the reason why I didn't use the pot that I wanted to and use the other one that I knew would spill. And, you know, I ended up losing my dinner. Still a little annoyed about that, but oh well. Life goes on. The night was very peaceful. You know, I was dozing off very peacefully. It wasn't until the day came, again, the sun rose, that they started back at it. It started annoying me. I don't know if you can see, but right between my fingers, one of them bit me right there. I have a couple of bites on my neck and shoulder as well. So yeah, glad to leave the ants behind. That's about it for me, folks. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, suggestions. And please consider joining our Patreon. The link is down below. Our Patreon really helps us out on getting out here and having adventures such as this that, you know, allow me to take time off of work. So scouting the area, filming the adventure, and then getting home and editing, all these things take time. So with the Junkyard Fox Patreon, you get first dibs at Cuervo Negro music, you get first dibs at certain videos. Patrons will be watching this video many days before before it's released publicly. We have monthly gear giveaways every month. Really helps us out, guys. So once again, thank you so much for joining me on our very first Junkyard Fox Urban Survival Stealth Camping Overnighter. And that's about it for me, folks. I need to go home and take a shower. All right, folks. See you next week. Oh, and go outside and get your boots dirty.